We're putting the band back together.
Forget it. No way.
We're on a mission from God.
I'm back, baby.
I want you to put the word out there that we back up. Understand me? We back up.
They say everyone deserves a second chance. Apparently, so do radio shows.
We are back, baby.
After years apart, countless bad sports takes from everyone else, and more than a few people saying, you know who should do a show together again?
We're back.
Somebody actually made it happen.
We are back. We are back.
Steve Czaban and Josh Albrecht, back together again.
What does that do? Did that blow your mind? That just happened.
A man who loves digital assets, hates replay, and always leaves early. Milwaukee's adopted hometown son, Steve Czaban.
I can't believe what we're seeing. What just happened?
It's the Steve Czaban Show with Josh Albrecht on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Throws it out, and now let's see if May is okay. Off the bat, right off his back, a bullet off the bat of Ewing.
Right off his back. Shout out to old Bobby Gasser, who came in and stabilized things as the Brewers roll to an 8-1 win over the Metropolitans. Dusty's going to be okay, he says. Probably could have pitched the rest of the inning, but they said, out of an abundance of caution, they pulled him from the game. Nice win last night. Mm-hmm. That now makes the Brewers 82-50 as they clinch a winning season, Josh, for the 6th straight year.
Let's go.
It is also a winning season for the 9th year in the last 10. Do I need to be the one to remind everybody that indeed these are days? Thank you, Natalie Merchant.
These are the days.
For those of you kids out there who are 22, 23 years old, you were not even born during the 20-year walk in the wilderness that this baseball team took from 1983 to 2003. I kid you not. You can look it up in the grid of Brewers seasons. It was an abysmal stretch that lasted forever. You are living in the most glorious of days you can imagine. Blessed and lucky is damn right, which is why I've got so little patience for the doomsayers and the gloomsayers and the nitpickers and the butters and the guys who are like, we never do this, we never do that. Bro, you're living in it right now. What happens in October is up to the gods. It is.
Okay.
It is.
Hold on.
It's up to the gods.
So you're saying that I'm bad because I want them to also hit home runs?
I'm saying you're bad. You're a little bit bad in some of your views. Your views are certainly misguided in some ways. I'm here to try to correct you as somebody who didn't live through that 20-year siege.
I lived through a decent amount of it. Yeah. That's what I grew up with. That's why I got to go to so many Brewer games, because tickets were $3.
How old were you in 2007?
I was 17.
17, okay. So you spent a decade from age 10 to 17 in the bad old days, because the bad old days went beyond 2003. It went till 2007 when they finally finished second with a winning record, 83-79. And then, things started to pick up from there. So you experienced a chunk of it, but that's less than 10 years. It's 7 years of your cognitive baseball loving life. There are oldsters out here that have lived 20 years, 25 years of utter irrelevance. And so therefore, when people take shots at Atanasio, and I do as well, I joke about the free sand because it's easy. you got to have some perspective here. What a team, what a season, what a ride, what fun. What about guys picking up guys? Robert Gasser coming in to pick up Dustin May. What about the fact that, Terang, who had a bomb last night, apparently spent some extra time at the ballpark getting hitting tips from Yelich. Yelich, a guy who could easily just leave the park, say, screw you guys, I'm getting paid. I don't care that I can't hit a baseball anymore. I'm going to get drunk at a club. Nope, still there, helping out the next generation. What a team. And, yeah, you can question Murph's overall tactics sometimes when he benches Cooper Pratt, and you're like, was that really necessary? But you shouldn't. You can, but you shouldn't. These are the days.
Yeah, just also hit home runs. Why? I don't know. I'm still stuck on this.
They don't do that. That's not their thing. Now,
well, it's the thing that wins World Series. So,
okay. All right. Well, did you have any tips?
Apparently get to the ballpark earlier and have Yelich be your hitting coach. I don't know. No, that's been the thing. We've been trying to figure it out.
Okay. Well, you're focused on one small little negative, and you are unfortunately missing the larger ride at hand.
No, listen.
82 and 50. The Dodgers lost last night. They blew a lead, and Sasaki got a blister. That's going to keep him out a while. I love it when blisters show up out of nowhere. And then the Cubs lose 2-0, and PCA, that foul-mouthed, glint-eyed, ginger albino who thinks he's an MVP, you can have him, went completely ape, over a balk that was not called. Now, he was right. He was right, and Greg Counsell was right. They missed it. The umpires even admitted after the game, they're like, yeah, sorry. We missed that obvious balk.
That's on me.
Yeah, right. But still.
Listen, yesterday was a damn great day. That's what I say. During the summers, there are 3 things that need to happen for it to be a damn great day. The Brewers win, the Cubs lose, and it didn't rain. If you have a day where all 3 of those things happen, it was a damn great day. And that's what yesterday was.
Keep stacking great days. See? And enjoy the days. Enjoy the days when you have them, because someday you won't have them. Anyway, welcome aboard Steve Czaban Show with Josh Albrecht on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. We are here for a good time, not a long time, and we've got a lot to talk about, including RIP Pro Bowl. Ew, what's the score, yo? LaFleur Bowl 1, Jeff Passan's clown suit, tip of the cap to Kinley Rasmus, fart corner, and meet Joe York amongst the topics to discuss. Where do you want to begin in that cavalcade of rich topic choices?
Let's start with the Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl is dead. Long live the Pro Bowl.
Long live the Pro Bowl.
For us olds, we can remember a time in which if you were a good 6 or 7 beers deep, 2, 3, 4 beers deep.
Yeah, a couple 2, 3.
And you were kind of lean back in your Barca Lounger in the middle of winter after football was all done because the Super Bowl just happened the next week. And you're looking at the bright sunshine of Honolulu, Hawaii, where they held the game. You could kind of squint through your 6 or 7 beers and go, that looks like a football game. Guys were running around. Guys were getting tackled. Teams were throwing. They were blocking. They were doing the things. And then they started trying less and less and less. And more guys started coming up with excuses for, Pro Bowl. I can't make
my
that.
Arm. Oh, my arm.
I'm injured, or, you know what? I got an invite to the Pebble Beach Pro-Am, and it's the same weekend. Doggone it. I'm going to have to go play golf. So, yeah, sorry about that. Can't make it. By the way, do you have my bonus for making the Pro Bowl? Oh, you do? Okay, good. Just make sure that's direct deposited. I said at one point along the way, I'm like, look, with all these guys backing out of the Pro Bowl, any bonuses should be delivered in cash in a giant wheelbarrow at the 50.
Ooh.
So therefore, the only way to get your bonus is to show up. And then you got to take it out of the wheelbarrow. You Mr. B style indeed. But the money in the game, the money in the sport became so great that there was really going to be there's no wheelbarrow big enough at some point to want to make guys to, come to this thing and risk getting injured. Now, very few players ever got seriously injured in the Pro Bowl itself, even though they played on a rock-hard Gen 1 AstroTurf field out there in Hawaii. And even though it was the dead of winter, it was hot as you could believe. So that was a baked, hard, thin, furry coat of concrete. Most guys didn't get hurt in that thing there. One guy got hurt badly in a silly flag football game on the beach. Robert Edwards is his name, running back, New England Patriots. He blew out his ACL, PCL, MCL in one fell swoop playing beach flag football. Grueling year-plus comeback, did resume his career, was not the same ever again, but that wasn't even real football. But the money got so big, and the players are like, yeah, nah, that the thing began to wither. So the NFL, knowing that, well, on the one hand, the players don't want to play, not going to play, making excuses, oh, I'm hurt, got to go play golf, whatever. The problem was it still drew a rating. That's the thing. It still drew like a 7 or an 8 or a 9 share. And it was a valuable piece of property. And the NFL never wants to give up ground that it has conquered. And so therefore it's like, what can we do? So then they turned it into a skills competition. And they're like, okay, we could do it the week before the Super Bowl, and we'll do it in Orlando, and we'll just have guys, try to catch balls being dropped out of a helicopter. And we'll mic them up. It'll be fun. You'll get to see all the stars. But it was just nothing more than organized grab-assery. So then they're like, ooh, how about a flag football game? Because the NFL decided we got to get into flag football. Now, flag football is really a smart move for the league because it ropes in 2 potential new fan base demographics that are not as easy to get to. One would be girls, okay? So you want your next generation of adult female jersey-wearing, money-spending fans of the NFL. So flag is good for them. And it's also, flag football, good for another demographic, Josh, that I like to call, and this is not an official marketing term, but I like to call it the suburban pussies. Okay. The suburban pussies are a definite demographic slice that are too scared to play tackle football where you can get hurt, but they like football. So you get little Johnny and little Timmy playing flag football. Boom, that's a win for the league. So the NFL said, all right, let's have these guys play flag football. And that lasted a couple of years, and that turned into even more unmitigated grab-assery. That was a complete farce, to the point in which last year's flag football game was at a ballroom in San Francisco in a hotel.
Correct.
And it was a complete abomination. It was such a joke. I'm like, the league has to put a stop to this. Also, footnote, Shedeur Sanders, who was 34th out of 32 starting quarterbacks when it comes to QBR, I'm not exaggerating, was named to the Pro Bowl. Why? Because he has some kind of marketing appeal, I guess, and he was available.
And that was the bigger thing. He was available.
Right. So the joke now is that once the league was like, oh, man, Shedeur made the Pro Bowl, shut it down. Shut it down. It's over. It's done.
That was the nail in the coffin.
That was the nail in the coffin. But maybe. Once upon a time, the Pro Bowl was cooked up by forget who it was, Bell. I saw this kid, his dad, he said, my dad started the Pro Bowl back in the 60s because we wanted to get the players more money. And at its peak, the Pro Bowl would pay each player $10,000. And that the winning team got $10,000 a man. That's significant scratch back then.
Sure.
I don't know what that equivalent would have to be now to make it worth their time.
It's not just we had this argument earlier too. It's not just about that the money for the players. It's the liability. The teams are also paying the players a lot of money. They don't want their precious players getting injured in a meaningless game for more money.
Right.
No.
But back in the day, the stars of stars played in this thing, and they played hard. Kevin Gallagher on Twitter at KevG163. I know that's a hard handle to remember. At KevG163. This guy who is he posts himself as an NFL historian, and he posts video snippets of NFL telecasts, broadcasts, NFL film specials, et cetera, says these are intended for historical and educational purposes only. I claim no ownership of any of this content. So luckily he has not been taken down. I believe this guy, Kevin Gallagher, had some incredible archive of well-preserved VHS tapes in his attic or his dad's attic. So he'll pull these things out, and there are things that I've never seen. And again, I'm old, and I've seen lots and lots of NFL films type material. And then I'll come across something like, damn, I never saw this. He's got pristine NFL films footage from the 1966 Pro Bowl. And it's wild because the uniforms are so basic. It is literally the NFC in white jerseys, white pants with blue helmets, and the AFC in red jerseys, red helmets, and white pants. And it stars guys like Jim Brown. Jim Brown, the greatest football player who ever lived, still to this day. This was his last game ever in 66 because he then went on to go pursue a movie career. He quit football because there wasn't as much money in it as there was in doing spaghetti westerns.
Sure.
And so he's like, let me do these instead, and action films. Anyway, so Jim Brown was in this game. Ditka was in this game as a tight end. There's a clip of Ditka getting tackled on a pass where his knee is clearly down, but he gets up anyway, and he keeps going just because he was feeling it. Like, yeah, football. Then there was this clip of Packer great Ray Nitschke. I want you to listen to the Steve Czaban narration of this play by old number 66.
Ray Nitschke wasn't in a regular season game because in his contract with Lombardi, Nitschke got a $50 bonus for every pass he intercepted.
Nitschke goes pick 6 on an interception in the Pro Bowl at the Coliseum, 1966. And as you see the clip, and I'll send it to you and you can post it, Josh, as soon as he dives into the end zone, he gets a big hit from number 71 from the AFC. Dives into the flag. Referee puts his hands up. Nitschke goes right to the ref and just hands him the ball. Just shoves it to him. Just doesn't even spike it or anything. Now, when I heard $50 a pick, I'm thinking, I bet Nitschke had $150 in his career. Not quite.
No?
You want to guess how many interceptions Ray Nitschke had in his career as a Packer? Middle linebacker most of his career, listed as, played some outside toward the end, but from 58 to 72, 15-year career, how many picks for old number 66?
4.
4? How about 25?
Oh, okay.
25 picks.
That was close.
I had no idea.
That's a ton.
Yeah. And he had wheels as well. You know, the more recent viral clip, which was from the aughts, was when Sean Taylor, rest in peace, formerly of the Redskins, waylaid punter Brian Moorman. I mean, just decleated him in a way that was spectacular. However, people forget in that clip, Moorman got right up, patted Taylor on the back, and said, good hit. And life went on. So he didn't die. It just looked like he should have died.
It did look like he died.
I know.
I mean, for half a second after the hit, his body was just laying there.
Yeah. So the Pro Bowl is dead, and it was about time. I just now want to clean up all the past references to guys being Pro Bowlers. Because to me, it's an important distinction to have a 2-layered team of who are the best guys in each league. So I still want to name Pro Bowlers. I know we're not going to have the game, Josh. It's just, it got muddy when you would name the, first team Pro Bowl, second team Pro Bowl, and that was it. And then you could shorthandedly say, hey, we just signed this left guard. He is a 4-time Pro Bowler. And it meant something. Well, once guys started dropping out to play golf or because they had a hangnail, then they would go to the 3rd, 4th, 5th alternate, and then that guy would be like, well, he's a Pro Bowler, and would list it in his bio as a Pro Bowler, and you're like, no, he was the 5th alternate. Guys who flat out sucked were actually Pro Bowlers.
Yeah.
So I want to clean that up. I still want to vote for the 2 teams. There is the All-Pro team, but the All-Pro team is literally 1 deep. And I think it's 1 deep for the whole league, but it might be 1 deep for the AFC and the NFC. But we need a 2 deep to at least say, here's who are the good players in the league. So rest in peace, Pro Bowl. You had your day. Here's the question on the talking text line, T's and P's. What is now gone that you wish was still around? in sports. Just a little something. What do you wish was still here that once was, that's gone, and you're like, damn, I missed that thing? 414-677-1250 is the number. I heard Mitch talking about the score ticker, and I heard Morse Code talking about the score ticker. I love both of them. They could not be more wrong if they tried. I'm going to try to set them straight and get them on there. Get them
so
on.
I did say one thing right this morning. All right, good.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you understand that the score ticker also deserved to die, and I hope it dies everywhere for that matter. So we'll get to that, as well as more important stories like Fart Corner. But Brewers 8, Mets 1, winning season secured, 82-50. All the POF numbers are still looking sharp, and Dusty May is going to be okay. Quick break when we come back. More right here on the Steve Czaban Show with Josh Albrecht, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Nobody panicked, but Trace Mack is missing them again in practice. Went 3 for 6 yesterday.
It's practice. It's
Again,
practice.
We're huddled around the putting green, obsessing over. He just missed a putt. Oh, my God. Missed a short one. Don't worry. He'll make him in the game.
Hand in the fire.
He'll make him win the hand in the fire. Exactly right. LaFleur Bowl 1. Hard for me to say. LaFleur Bowl 1. Friday. Lambeau Field. Matt versus Mike. Saw some nice photos of the fam there at practice. That was good. How many of these will we have? Good question, right?
Yeah.
How many times will the brothers meet each other? Tough to say.
You think it's less than 5? More than 5? I don't know.
Well, it's not this year other than this game Friday because the Cardinals are not on the schedule.
Right.
I don't know what the rotation is next time we catch the good old NFC West. So, yeah.
Which I'm fine with because the NFC West is good.
For the most part, yes, it is good, except for Arizona. Arizona could be legendarily bad. Have you seen, Josh, that apparently the Vikings are getting ready to, don't laugh, trade J.J. McCarthy. I told you not to laugh. They've come to the conclusion, and I want to put this in as technical of a term as I can.
Yeah.
They've come to the conclusion that he sucks.
Technical term. Yeah.
Technically speaking, they're like, he's awful.
You're not good. You stink.
No, you're not good. Funny that they would draft a quarterback from a program that won the national title by beating Penn State, not throwing the ball once in the second half of their first playoff game, and think, yeah, no, this guy's going to be a great pro passer. Let's take him because of swagger. You know what made J.J. McCarthy be picked in the first round is not only, it helps teams like to pick winners, right? So you're a quarterback on a national champion. They're like, oh, you're a winner. We should pick this guy. It was the sitting crisscross applesauce with the ohm fingers under the goalpost before the game.
That was it?
I'm telling you.
That was what got him the job.
It helped. Shtick sells. Shtick will fool idiot owners and GMs. They look at him like, wow, look at this pregame ritual. Oh, yeah, and of course, ESPN leading into it. They're like, look at J.J. McCarthy. This is what he does before every game.
Sure.
He likes to sit in front of the goalpost, legs crossed, fingers together, and just visualize how the game is going to go. And you combine that with being on a team that was loaded and, by the way, cheating, and they win the national championship, and people lose their minds. They forget everything they know about scouting. They forget everything they know about, okay, well, how is his arm strength? Average. Okay. Does he throw with anticipation, touch, timing? Not really. Is he really tall? No. First round. Let's take him. Duh. So now that the word is out that they may want to try to trade him, I mean, you're talking bag of groceries at this point, if they can trade him at all. Once a team is clearly at the point where they're like, we can't keep this guy, because they'd love to keep him for depth, but he can't even beat out Carson Wentz. And so they don't want to have him sitting there rotting away. They know that, Call of Duty is going to get hurt at some point this year, Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
So they're going to need to go to somebody else. You just love to see it, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Division rival.
Yeah.
Of course, all these checks I'm writing, Josh, before this week 1 showdown.
I was going to say.
I bet Viking fans are like, keep talking, buddy.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
Which you already said. Week 1, win.
Win.
Week 2,
win. All right. So here's the deal with the score ticker.
Yes.
Okay. It's trash. It's been trash for a long time. It's unnecessary. And the worst part is you can't opt out of it. When people say you've got your phone for scores, not only is that true, but it's also something you can choose to look at or not. When the score ticker is slapped onto the screen and is occupying valuable real estate, You can't opt out of it. I was promised a world. Sports Illustrated, like in 2000, said someday you'll be able to choose your camera angles with your remote control while watching sports.
Right.
That never happened. And you ought to be able to customize your own graphics package with every game you watch. You should be able to move the scorebug over here. I know you're shaking your head like I wish, right?
No, I disagree with you on this. I don't want more options with games. Okay. You know what? Because the product at home is getting so good that now they're charging us for it. They're focusing on that so they can charge us more for the product at home.
Worried,
and no one's going to the games. It's better at home. At home, I can choose with my clicker to get rid of the bug, and I can choose my own angle. I only get one angle when I'm in the seats.
Okay. I would gently argue, I don't know what your proof of no one is going to the games. I don't think attendance is suffering in any major sport at this time. There might be some signs, but have you priced tickets for an NFL game? Expensive.
Yeah.
Secondary market. So it's not like they're begging you to go. Okay, but I get it. You're worried that they're going to charge you more for the customizable stuff.
Of course they will.
All right. Well, didn't they just take the standard then?
I'm going to.
So the problem with the score bug, in addition to the fact you can get the scores on your phone, in addition to the fact that it takes up valuable screen real estate, is that they abused it. Okay? They abused it because they stopped having it be just scores a long time ago. And you know what else is down there? Scrolling news. So you see on the scroll, by the way, I'm looking at our YouTube feed right now. It's got a scroll on the bottom. Follow Czaban on there, Josh, on X. Share, like, and subscribe. The problem is it would run a thing. So you're watching college football on a Saturday, right?
Sure.
It's 12:15. Get your first beer of the day. Life is good. Wife is out with the kids doing something dumb. Pumpkin patch or whatever.
Yeah, pumpkin patch.
Kid's birthday party, you're home. What are you talking about? You got to go to those things too, Dad. Okay, whatever. Let's just pretend you're at home. It's 12:15. Your ESPN scorebug runs a crawl that says, Cowboys ruled Dak Prescott out for tomorrow's showdown against Steelers with knee injury. You then see that same story 67 times before you pass out at 9 p.m. That's the problem with it. That's the problem with it. And no matter how much anyone says, well, just ignore it then. You can't ignore something that is moving on the bottom of your screen like a caterpillar. It draws your eyes' attention down to it. Anyone who's ever watched sports has probably said, damn it, I already read that news story. I don't want to read it again. So in theory, scores only and score updates on your screen in which a score changes would be great. But you don't need a constant changing of every score in Division I football, of which on any given Sunday there's 66 to 70 scores.
Correct.
You don't need to know that Montana State got shut out by Boise 56-0 over and over and over again.
You know, they used to have a channel on televisions that would be a scrolling guide, and you would wait to see what was on the TV. And if you missed what was on channel 4 and it was on the 60s, you had to wait until it came back around.
Really?
And they got rid of that too. You don't remember that?
Really?
The channel
I don't remember
guide?
that scroll channel.
You don't? Are you serious?
Could you
Are
not
joking right now?
Could you not punch into the channel as it scrolled up in front of you?
No.
Was it an interactive grid?
No,
it was just a TV guide that scrolled up.
Yeah. I can't believe you don't know what this is. Yeah. It was like channel 2.
I don't remember this.
Still in like some hotels that are ancient.
Texters, help us out. 414-677-1250. What is this mythical channel that's Josh is talking about?
It would list all the channels and what programs were coming up. And it was, now where you can click your guide and you can go to the channel and see what's happening.
Sure.
This was a channel that would just show you. And they got rid of it because now you can just bring up the guide and do it. Things advance. Things get better. They become more convenient. Same thing with the ticker.
Some things get better. I would argue that, yes, things change. They don't necessarily get better.
I think the ticker's obsolete.
Work.
I
do too. Well, you and I are the same. Now, let's have Aaron Morris speak for himself on this one.
No, boy.
You like the ticker because why?
I think it's informative. I don't know why it needs to be removed. I think it's easy to just glance your eyes down. All right, that's going on right now. I don't want to have the need to pick up my phone and scroll through it when I can just look up and see what's going on whenever I want during the game.
So it's kind of a laziness thing. You don't want to have to do extra work of going to your phone. Now, you're 29 years old.
I don't know if it's the extra work. I'm on my phone too much. I look at screens too much.
How much television do you watch without your phone in your hand or at arm's length on a percentage basis?
Probably. Well, I always have my phone on me, so 0%.
Zero.
Yeah.
So 0%. So you're like me. I will at times try to watch television without my phone, and it's difficult. And I'm an old. I'm 58.
Right.
I'm not even a millennial.
Wouldn't you like to have that fixed though? You don't like. I would like to use my phone less, or
sure, I would too.
Yeah. So I think this is a change that would facilitate needing your phone more.
It technically does if you need that score. Like, why do you need any other score immediately? You don't need
I don't
them.
need it. I just like being kept up to date with what's going on. Curiosity.
If you're betting, then on your betting app, your wagering app, then you are already just punching into the wagering app. You're looking specifically at the live scores of your bets. So that's an easy one click of, okay, what are the scores I care about? You have all Saturday night once the games start going finally. You've got all Sunday morning before the NFL to find out, did Missoula State actually score a point to cover the 56.5 they were underdogs to USC or not? So you got time to do that. I'd rather just have the clean screen. I like clean and as minimal as possible. I'm not saying I'm a complete Luddite. I like the first down line. I don't need the line of scrimmage line, which for years NBC insisted on putting in there. And then they would shade in the zone between the line of scrimmage line, which I don't need, and the first down. So it was like an extra green shade of digital paint. I'm like, get it off. But I do like the first down line. I do like the score bug for NFL games on Sunday that constantly gives you nothing but the scores in the upper left or upper right corner. I don't mind a slightly larger bottom score bug that has indicators for how many timeouts are left per team and the play clock. But the score bug, the ticker, I haven't needed it for years. So I'm glad it's going away in college football.
People are losing their mind that you don't remember the TV Guide channel with the scrolling.
What channel was it? Channel 1?
Some people are saying Channel 2, some saying Channel 3. A few people, Nick and Dresser, holy hell, Zabe, yes, it was called the TV channel. It was usually right before or right after these scrambled channels.
Okay, so it was a cable channel.
I remember it.
Maybe it was exclusive to the cable system. What was the dominant cable company in Wisconsin when you were in your adolescent prime?
Time Warner, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Time Warner, Charter, who else?
Dish. They all had it.
Did they?
I think so.
Okay.
Some hotels still do.
And that's when you should know to check out of said hotel. Go to a better hotel.
Probably.
The number of hotels now I go to where I don't even turn the TV on because I'm on my phone is increasingly alarming.
They're actually getting rid of the TV Guide channel and adding more fart corners to hotel rooms.
The fart corner is next. It's either a genius innovation whose time has come, or it is a budding grade school disaster. We report, you decide. Steve Czaban Show with Josh Albrecht here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. I'm not saying I've never seen the channel guide channel. But I kind of don't remember much of it.
Still insane.
It's wild, though. We got a email clip on the NicolaLaw.com talk and text line from, who was it?
Dave in Brookfield. Text me.
Dave in
Brookfield
is literally listening to us while in a hotel room and took a quick video snippet of the very channel.
Incredible.
Yeah. Nowadays, it's so hard to figure out what's on where, and do you have a subscription to it, and what's more to unlock, and yada yada. We're living in a streaming hellscape now that is increasingly expensive beyond what we were once promised.
It's okay. So, we're gonna be saved by the far corner.
Possibly. So here's an idea that's either genius or about to go horribly, horribly wrong. A teacher in Georgia, elementary school teacher, by the name of Candy Sidney Browning, a 36-year-old second grade teacher, has designated something called the gas station in her classroom.
Mm-hmm.
It is a specific spot, a corner of the room, where students can go to unleash their gusty winds. In other words, fart. Okay. Here's the teacher at hand talking about it. Okay. I got to get this play this for you. Here we go. Oh, come on. Making me click on
gas station going to be this year.
Yeah, fast gas. I do have to. Okay, I do have to create a new gas station for this new room. Okay, just go step outside. Just step outside, just real quick, please.
Josh, what do you see happening?
Yeah,
knowing you've got a young boy. In fact, he's with you today.
He's with me, and he heard the story when we were talking about it earlier. He's giggling, just hearing us say it. And they say, people are commenting saying, "Oh, this is such a brilliant idea. This normalizes body functions without disturbing the classroom." No, it doesn't. First of all, farts are funny. That's why we talk about them. Second of all, the kids that are seeing another kid get up and go to the fart corner are now doing the opposite of paying attention to the teacher. Everyone is going to turn and watch
now
this
it's going to
kid.
it's going to turn into the fart Olympics,
right?
Where kids are going to try to one up each other.
100%. Now, I will say, is it possible that a brilliant idea was misguided? Maybe this just isn't good in the classroom because kids will make something out of this. That doesn't mean that your office couldn't have a fart room or like a fart closet or something that people go to.
No, we already have one of those. It's our program director's office. You just go in there, ask a simple question about scheduling, and then you crop dust Sparky, and it's all done.
Hey, are we working on Labor Day?
Yeah. Well, you leave an SPD.
You can't always control if it's
it depends on how good your sphincter control is. Yeah, I know.
Hey, I know you asked if I could fill in on Saturday.
Yeah.
Probably not going to be able to.
Where did we come up with the Shy Carl? That term, the Shy Carl, where did that come from? Because it was like a video that went viral once, and some guy called it the Shy Carl.
No, I think we called it the Shy Carl.
We did. Okay.
But it was a fart that was, because you did a fake fart, and it was a question. It was a like the shyest Carl of a fart.
Well,
the fart corner could work with adults.
Corner.
There's no way it works in the classroom. No way.
Yeah, I don't think so. So I sent you a video last night because obviously the algorithm is always listening.
Yes.
And it was a compilation of kids, 5-6-year-old kids on their first day of not even grade school, first day of preschool. Were those kids preschoolers?
Yes, preschoolers.
Okay. Yep. And you've got one that just had his first day of preschool, right? Didn't Jack just have his first day?
No, I mean, he's still in daycare.
Oh, he's daycare. He's kindergarten. Is he kindergarten yet?
No, he's just
what age is
2.
Kindergarten?
Well, 4K, they do 4K now, but then normal kindergarten is 5 years old.
5 years old. Okay. So these kids were recapping their day, and it was hilarious because one kid says, and I quote, to his mom as he gets in the back of the minivan with great confidence, this somewhat porculent little fella says, did good, 6 hours, didn't poop my pants, didn't vomit. And he was all proud of himself.
Yep. That's a good day. It's a good day right there, Ma.
6 hours, didn't poop my pants, didn't vomit. Yep. I nearly lost my what.
So good.
To that. All right. We'll deal with more tomorrow when it comes. Thank you for listening. Always here for a good time, not a long time. 9 to noon is next with Kuhn. Thank you. Have a great Thursday, folks. And please fart in the corner discreetly, and we'll see you tomorrow.